Almost every single day, I've been doing the same 4 things for the last 5 years. And from doing this, I've been able to build 3 businesses that generate over $100,000 a month in profit and become a millionaire at the age of 23. I literally stole these from studying the top entrepreneurs and athletes that I look up to. And I'm 100% sure without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. But first, there's one habit that laid the foundation for all the rest. So let's talk about it. When I was in school, I hated reading books. I did not have the patience to sit down and read for even 15 minutes. What I realized was I didn't hate reading itself, but it was the books that I was assigned to read. And I have a good feeling that you're in the same exact position. You think you hate reading or you're not good at it, but the truth is you've just yet to find a book that inspired you to finish. Since 2016, I've finished over 100 books, and the impact that this has had on my financial situation, my mental health, and my overall well-being is tremendous. I'm gonna tell you the secret on how I went from not reading to finishing consistently 1 to 2 books a month. Read 10 minutes a day. Oftentimes we avoid sitting down to read because we overthink the amount of time it takes to finish a book. You might see 300 pages and think that's gonna take you forever, but I promise if you just sit down and read 10 minutes a day, you'd be surprised how fast you can finish some pretty big books. Not only do you become a much faster reader over time, but I found that when you're in the moment, usually you don't wanna put it down after those 10 minutes. You're not gonna leave mid-chapter unless you have something super important to do, and you probably don't. The truth is, small daily actions add up really fast over time. Reading for 10 minutes a day is so much better than trying to cram an hour of reading into one day each week. Let me share my 3 favorite books that absolutely changed my life. I recommend these books to everybody. The first book is called The Slight Edge, and it talks about the exact principle I just shared. It gives you the simplest roadmap I've ever seen for achieving your goals, and I live by the principles I read in that book every single day. The second book is called Unscripted, and this is the last book that I read before I built my first somewhat successful business. I truly believe it's a big reason why I was able to succeed. The last book I recommend is The Obstacle is the Way. This is a great book about dealing with the challenges that come from any journey that you're gonna pursue in life. This book will truly rewire your brain, and I recommend it to everybody. Now, one of the biggest problems I had with reading is that I have terrible memory and could barely ever retain the information I've read in any book. Though I figured out a way to fix this, and that leads me into my next habit, which is journaling. My journals are literally my study guide, therapist, best friend, and even brainstorm partner. Journaling has not only helped me retain the information I learned from reading, but it has truly saved me from some of my darkest moments. In life, it's totally normal to feel stressed out and anxious, but it is not healthy at all to keep this bottled in. And sure, you could share it with your friends and your family, as you should, but a lot of times you're not sharing with them the full story. Journaling gives you permission to share your raw feelings with zero judgment. Think of it as an escape from your mind. Taking time a few days out of the week to journal has tremendously improved my mental health and overall clarity on my vision and purpose. It seems like such a simple thing, but I promise you the benefits are tremendous. You don't have to follow some writing prompt or come up with some grand idea. Just literally write whatever comes to your mind. It can be on a good day, it can be on a bad day. Just sharing your own personal journey with yourself so you can take stock on what is going on in your life. A lot of times we just coast through life without really understanding what's going on internally. And journaling is a great way to dig deep and get a solid understanding of who you truly are so that you can be your best version of yourself. I mean, a journal only costs like $2, so I truly believe it is one of the highest ROI purchases that you can make. Implementing this into your weekly routine will make such a drastic change in your life because I know that it has for me. If you're anything like me, you'll probably spend about 5 to 10 hours a day on your phone and computer. As you can imagine, this is not very good for your mind and body, but it sort of comes with the life of being an online entrepreneur. Though even before I was an entrepreneur, I used to do this. I used to play video games religiously, and I noticed when I was 18 years old that I was tremendously out of shape. I wasn't severely overweight, but I just didn't feel good. I couldn't run for long distances, I couldn't lift any type of heavy weight, and on a day-to-day basis, I just didn't feel healthy. So at the age of 18, I started taking my physical fitness so so much more seriously. I started going to the gym with my friends for fun, but when I saw how good I felt after these workouts, I was hooked, and this became a ritual in my life. Now, at the age of 23, this has without a doubt become my most important habit of all. I've been able to completely transform my body and athletic abilities just by adding this to my weekly routine. The difference I feel mentally from hitting a 30-minute workout or going out for a jog is insane. On the days where I skip the gym, I feel anxious, stressed out, and extra worried about my life, and I'm sure you can relate to that as well. Taking time daily for a workout has become a major priority and a habit I will keep until the day I die. We live in this hustle culture that glorifies hard work and sleepless nights, but doesn't talk enough about taking care of your mind and body. I mean, after all, you only get one of them. That is, until they come out with the Neuralink cyborg body, but I don't even know if I'm trying to mess with that. So to not take care of your one and only body is a mistake you will regret for the rest of your life. In my opinion, health is the ultimate success. What's it worth to have tens of millions of dollars if you can't even walk up a flight of stairs? And also, stop lying to yourself saying that you don't have enough time. I promise you, you have enough time to go work out. As a matter of fact, after I film this video, I'm gonna go get a workout in tonight. Taking care of your body is extremely important, but you cannot neglect your mind in the process. Which leads me to my last habit. This habit is one of the most misunderstood concepts out there. I'm talking about meditation. Over the last couple of years, I spent over 61 hours meditating, and I truly believe this has made me a much happier and calmer person. Meditation also allows me to handle stressful situations so much better than before. Because instead of reacting to things and letting my mind immediately take over, I am now able to take a step back and see things for what they really are. We'll have something happen to us and we instantly label it as really good or really bad. And once you begin to step away from that and make the realization that you are not your thoughts, that is when you unlock the ultimate freedom. And I truly believe meditation is the key to building this ability. My meditation practice is as simple as it gets. Let me explain. A few times a week, I sit in my room, close my eyes, and do nothing. I'm not trying to control my breath or repeat some affirmation or make some weird sounds. I'm simply sitting still and listening to my mind. And if I catch myself getting wrapped up in some train of thought, which is totally normal and still happens every single time after years of meditating, I simply just take a deep breath and try to go back to the state of just watching my thoughts. And that's it. You will find that this is the most uncomfortable thing at first. Your mind is gonna be racing at 1,000 miles an hour. And it might even seem like it's a waste of time, but I promise you, it's so worth it. There were some times that I wanted to give up on life and not pursue my goals anymore because it got so hard. And meditation is the thing that helped me get through that. And there is no end point. There is no day that you wake up and feel enlightened or feel like you've mastered meditation. It's a practice that I will continue doing for the rest of my life. So will these habits make you a millionaire overnight? Of course not. But I can say with 100% confidence that they've helped me reach that goal much faster than I ever thought was possible. The goal is not to implement all of these overnight, but try to work on building one of these habits at a time, and I promise you will see a better you in no time. Thanks for watching.